What's going on, Jerome's? So I love the shotgun spread attacking downfield passing game as much as the next guy, but I feel like we've lost something as a country, as a nation, the fullback. Whether it's Daryl Moose Johnson, whether it's Lorenzo Neal, the pride of Fresno, wearing the cowboy collar, I just feel like there was a time where there was gloriousness in this world and this country and the society where you were handing the ball to the running back and that 250-pound fullback was coming downhill, leading the way, taking out a linebacker, and just taking you to the promised land. Woo, woo. Counter tray all the way, counter gap, all that stuff, lead power, just gloriousness. And of course, the Vikings last couple years have had a wonderful fullback in CJ Ham, team captain, plays some great special teams, a great locker room guy, local dude, the pride of Duluth, the pride of Augustana, and he's been great, man. He's been absolutely great. He's NSIC legendary tailback. Came to the Vikings, added some weight, and became a badass fullback. He's been fantastic, man. But his usage has slipped over the last couple of years since Kevin O'Connell came in. Of course, Zimmer was very much fond of the fullback, but his snaps of base have been cut in half the last 2 years. But we need to get back to basics. CJ Ham, 2024. Let's fix this country, man. And we absolutely need to get back to having the meets. And Kevin O'Connell has talked about wanting to play a little bit heavier this year and wanting to lean more on the run game. So CJ Ham, even though at 31 years of age, I feel like his usage is going to go up. So last year, the Vikings only played 21 or 22 personnel, a very limited percentage of the offensive snaps. So 21, the numbering system is number of running backs, 2, number of tight ends, 1, and then the remainder is your eligible receivers, so 2. Right, so that's why 11 personnel, 1 running back, 1 tight end, 3 wide receivers. But 21 personnel, 69, not nice. We need more percent of snaps. So Vikings played 1,040 total offensive snaps last year, so 6.6%. 22 personnel, generally down around the goal line, 2 running backs, 2 tight ends, only 17 snaps, 1.6%. So it was not much. CJ Ham was not getting the love on offense, but there's a couple reasons why the Vikings should play heavier on offense this year, notably by using the fullback more. Number one, make defenses choose base or nickel. So basically, when you come out in 21 personnel, you got CJ Ham, you got Aaron Jones or Ty Chandler in the backfield, and then to start the season, you're going to have Josh Oliver, who's the best blocking tight end in the game. So all of a sudden, that gets very meaty. Right, and then your 2 receivers obviously will be Jefferson and Addison. Now, what would stress a defense a lot is that if they stick in their base 4-3 or 3-4, even though nickel is the new base, fully understand that, but if they stick with their larger personnel, all of a sudden you have Jefferson and Addison going up against only 4 defensive backs. And then if a defense goes nickel, all of a sudden you have Josh Oliver and CJ Ham and the offensive line blocking downhill against 5 DBs. So you're a little bit lighter in your front 7, taking out that linebacker. So it's kind of sexy, and it kind of is a game of cat and mouse because of the Vikings. So the Vikings 21 personnel, they can run out of it, they can throw out of it. It's beautiful, man. And basically, if the offense doesn't sub, the defense can't sub, and you keep them stuck. It's beautiful. Also, using that size advantage to help the run game, and Kevin O'Connell has talked about wanting to run the ball more to lighten the load on whoever's at quarterback, whether it's slinging Sam Darnold or J.J. McCarthy, keeping that play action viable, and having a little bit more size up front and be able to win with numbers does make sense. Also, current NFL defensive construction, because everyone's chucking the ball. Everyone's playing 11 personnel. Everyone is going 3 wide. And generally, like linebackers and even defensive linemen have gotten lighter. They've gotten quicker. And especially linebackers, where it's very common now seeing 225, 230-pound linebackers, but before, back in the day, it was 240, 250 easily. And you need linebackers who can cover, the middle of the field, run with tight ends who – it's kind of unfair that you have tight ends who are like 6'5", 260, and then run like a 4'6" or a 4'5", 40. It's ridiculous, man. But that's what happens. And also safeties have gotten lighter too. So the Vikings just punching teams in the mouth makes sense. Now more pass protection for Darnold and Justin or J.J. McCarthy. So Aaron Jones is a solid pass protector. Ty Chandler is coming along as well. But if you have C.J. Ham there, you already have two running backs in the backfield. C.J. Ham is very adept at pass protection and very good with communicating with the existing offensive line. So you're going to have a lot more options if you do go max protect. And also, like I said, I understand like two receivers, maybe three, maybe Oliver will be an outlet from the tight end spot, but that's how it used to be done. I mean, two wide receivers like Jerry Rice, John Taylor, Michael Irvin, Alvin Harper. That's how Chris Carter, Anthony Carter. That's how things used to be back in the day. And I'll take Jefferson and Addison against a base defense every single day and twice on Sunday. That's right, man. Also, C.J. Ham is still a boss. Like, you forget that. Plus, the lack of a clear wide receiver 3 or a third, even just a third receiving option until Hawkinson gets back. Also, you see teams that are succeeding by playing a little bit heavier. You look at the Niners. Kyle Juszczyk is a major part of that offense, and the Niners, certainly, for all the reasons why we've talked about. I mean, the Niners do have two stud receivers in Brandon Ayuk and Debo, even though he's a more of a running back. And then you got Kittle, and then you're playing a lot of Christian McCaffrey and Kyle Juszczyk. So you're basically, the Niners play a lot more 21 personnel than any other team in the league. The Ravens, Patrick Ricard, they literally have a 300 freaking pound fullback. That's what they do. And also the Dolphins run a lot of two running back sets, and Mike McDaniel is one of the most prolific run game coordinators in the National Football League right now. And the Dolphins were able to run the ball with aplomb with Devin McCain as well as Raheem Mostert, the ageless wonder. It's beautiful to see. So I do think that the Vikings, if they want to change things up and make life easier on Darnold and McCarthy, I think that using C.J. Ham a lot more would make a lot of sense, especially early in the season if you are going to be lacking T.J. Hawkinson. And like I said, it is a game of matchup and personnel, because even if a team wants to play sub-package and they want to take Jefferson and Addison and be able to double and bracket J.J. on the outside, okay, we'll take that. If you want to have a lighter box, guess what? C.J. Ham is going to punch your linebacker in the face, and then Aaron Jones and Ty Chandler is going to take it to the house. This is exactly what we're going to do. So I understand that it's against type for Kevin O'Connell, but I think that he's smart enough to recognize that given his offensive personnel at the moment to start the season, it does make sense, especially if he wants to get the quarterback comfortable and if he truly is dedicated to running the ball more in 2024. C.J. Ham. That's right, babe. Your thoughts are thoughts. More fullback. I got a fever, and the only prescription is more fullback this season. Let us know your thoughts and our thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support the work? Put a little something in the Venmo. But till next time, Skol, production value.